Hola, hola, hola. How are you? If you're brand new here, I'm Reverend Valerie Love, and this conversation is all about you going to Bali and Thailand and India and China and Hong Kong, if that's what you desire, and why we go on spiritual retreats all over the world. Why would a person who is on the spiritual journey desire to go on spiritual retreats? What do they do for you? And what actually happens on the spiritual retreats that we do? And how are they able to catapult you further in your spiritual walk? And that's a lot to cover so far. And there's more. That toward the end, we're even going to talk about how you can create income, referring people to us that will go on our spiritual retreats, or also as a globetrotter and bringing people onto spiritual retreats. Or if you're an author, a coach, a speaker, a healer, a magical being, as many of our people are, then you may, hey, fam, come on in, come on in, come on in. How you loving, how you loving, how you loving. Then if you are a person who is a transformation agent on the planet and you desire to offer spiritual retreats or retreats, transformational retreats, sacred travel. We're going to talk about all of that tonight. Also, I want to let you know about a few goodies coming up on the YouTube channel. So I just had my birthday. It was October. And so we had a lot of birthday celebrations going on. Why don't I have the book in front of me? And so my new book launched, and we're just going to quick screen share to show you the new book because the book is so freaking amazing. I freaking love it. I am so so thankful for the launch of the book. The book is amazing. So if you go to valerielove.com and you click here on books, you will see there she is, the new book, Witch. And this is in the Common Sentience book series, and you can just click right on through and go over to Amazon, order on Amazon. It is no longer on pre-order. It is officially out. The book is officially out. The book is officially out. And wow. So we have book launch parties, and we were in Salem for the book launch of Witch, and we had a birthday celebration, and it was so fun. I have been moving nonstop up until about a week and a half ago. Actually, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago today, this is a Sunday. 2 weeks ago today, I arrived I'm home in Mexico now, where I have a home. I went from Mexico to Atlanta. In Atlanta, we had the Wealthy Women event. It was amazing. Then from Atlanta, I went to DC. My sister was being ordained, installed as an apostle. That was amazing. Washington, D.C. From D.C. to Egypt, where we went to Cairo, Luxor, and Aswan at the Magic and Manifestation retreat for the fall equinox. Then from Egypt to Istanbul, Turkey. I got tons of videos coming up for you from Istanbul, Turkey. Then from Istanbul, Turkey to Barcelona, Spain. I got videos coming up for you with that too. And then from Barcelona, Spain, back to Miami so I could do a change up because I have some storage in Miami, and then head on over to Boston, where we then rode up to Salem for the book launch on my birthday in Salem. Salem was amazing. Everybody who was there was amazing. Pics are amazing. Pics are coming up. You probably saw some pics here on the YouTube channel. Then from Salem, we went to New York. We went to Delmonico's restaurant. Y'all know my good friend Max Tucci. Max took us out to dinner. They planned this big, beautiful birthday dinner for me, birthday celebration at Delmonico's restaurant. It was absolutely, literally chef's kiss, magnificent. After Salem in New York, so we were in New York at Max Tucci's restaurant. Then from New York to Bronx, New York City to the Bronx, where I was with Bronx Witch at her space. We had a book signing event there. Wow. And then that was Saturday. And then Sunday, I made my way home to Mexico. So that was 2 weeks ago today. I made my way home from Mexico uh, to Mexico. And I got to tell you, I was like hair blown back. All right. So before we get started with all this deliciousness, Make sure you smash that like button, baby. Smash up the shares and be sure to subscribe and put on the bell notifications because we have a lot of good stuff coming up. Starting in November, the first Sunday in November is going to be Sacred Travel. And we're going to be talking all about how you can travel the world, like I do, like a lot of our people in our community do, how spiritual seekers and spiritual spirituality has really expanded so much and people are deep into global travel now. So, how you can do that, how to really set your life up for global travel, passports, visas, all those things. It's called Sacred Travel. And that show starts on here on the YouTube channel the first Sunday in November of 2023. It'll run for at least a year and then I'll reassess and see if it's something that y'all love to watch. And in the meantime, send us your questions, put questions in the chat on any of the retreat videos or any of the travel videos. Put questions on them and let us know what you want to know about. What do you want to know about global travel? What do you want to know about as far as finances for global travel? What do you want to know about? And we're going to see if we can answer all those questions for you. Okay. Now, lastly, before we get into all this deliciousness with Bali and Thailand and all of it, and my experiences in Bali, wow, I have so much to share with you in this conversation, so much. And then how you can make money traveling too with us. That's going to be toward the end of the conversation. So stay with us all the way to the end. You know how we talk about that on YouTube. You know how it is with YouTube. Just stay all the way to the end. Before we go any further, I do want to let you know what I'm wearing because people are always, families always ask me about makeup. They're always asking me about, wow, you beat your face. Wow, wow, wow. And with that going on, I do have a beauty channel. You'll see it listed below. And in addition to that, YouTube sent me an invitation and invite me into this program that is the YouTube affiliate shopping program. And I'm like, wow. And wow. They have now you have to qualify. There's some certain qualifications, and I'm very thankful that this channel met the qualifications. And what they say is that you can now tag, like, have you all seen this? If you're a YouTuber, have you seen this? You can tag 30 products in your YouTube videos, and that's just in time for like the holidays and shopping and all of that. So I figured I would let y'all know what I'm wearing. If you want to, you can pick it up because now we can tag products in our. So it's the perfect time for me to let everybody know what I'm wearing, how I flow, what I use, all that good stuff. I'm not going to show you everything that I'm wearing today. I'll show you a couple of them. Foundation. This is my foundation today, so it's all going to be linked up below. I am wearing Lancome. I'm wearing the Lancome foundation today. My bronzer that was over my foundation is from Rare Beauty. I absolutely love it. Love it. Love it. My concealer is from Too Faced, the Born This Way concealer. This is what I do. This is me. This is what I love. My powder that I'm wearing is the Too Faced powder. Love it. Blush also is from Rare Beauty in the color Love. Don't you love that? And you know what I like about this? It's super blendable. Yep, we're getting right into the retreat in a second. I'm wearing a little bit of bronzer on the brow, on the forehead, and that's from my beauty club, from my wellness club, Say Bella, from the wellness club. You'll see everything linked below. And the lips I'm wearing is Kat Von D. Is this Kat Von D? Yes, this is Kat Von D. And I'll show you the shade. I freaking love this lipstick. I've actually had it for years. Freaking love this lipstick. It is so freaking amazing. I love Kat Von D. I love her makeup. I love her lips. Speaking of Kat Von D, I'm also wearing for the eyeliner. I'm doing a cat eye today. That's the Kat Von D tattoo liner. Love this liquid liner. Love it, love it, love it. Super precise. Love it. Brows are Anastasia brows. My brows are Anastasia. And lip liner with the lipstick is from, where's my lip liner from? My lip liner is also from Kat Von D. No, my lip liner is from Urban Decay. Urban Decay lip liner. So I will link it all below. Good Lord. And the star of the show that fell down, and then we're going to get into all our retreat stuff. Hey, Isis, how you loving? How you loving? Love the beat. Thank you. Look beautiful as usual. Thank you so much. People are always asking me about this, and so now YouTube told me, hey, you can tell people what you have on, and they'll buy it. And if they do buy it, you'll get commissions. I was like, bet. The star of the show that has me shook is this Fan Fest benefit mascara. OMG. I'm going to show you a picture. Let me see if I can bring up a picture. Because I took a picture when I was in Barcelona, Spain, of this Fan Fest. I took a picture of myself wearing this, and I was like, oh my goodness. Look at this picture. Do you see those lashes? Y'all remember I was live that day. Do you see these lashes? So, yeah. And then the shadow is from the Wellness Club. Say Bella. This is one of my favorite palettes ever. Let's get into the retreats. So, we are going to 5 destinations in 5 weeks. This is a big deal. Big deal. We love doing big things. We love calling all of us into bigger and better things. That's what we're doing. So let's go on screen share and let's talk about it. And really what retreats are all about and why. Why do we do this, right? Why? So if you go to valerielove.com, first I want to share with you a little short story about me. This is me in not Bali, in Dubai. We did a photo shoot in Dubai for the flying dresses. In 2004, I sold my financial planning practice so that I could fulfill my soul's calling, what we're going to be talking about this Bali retreat and the Thailand retreat specifically. I sold my financial planning practice so that I could pursue the thing my soul was calling to do, and that was to write and speak, to be a teacher and to share. Now, that was in the summer of 2004. In 2005, now long before that, years before that, I had already come out of fundamentalist Christianity. I'd been on my spiritual journey. I had been, studying, meditating, and all of that for years, and over a decade, for years and years and years before I did this. And so this was pivotal for me because all of that training and all the books and all the reading and all the studying and all the things that I was doing for those years said, okay, it's time to step out on your soul's destiny and live what you came here to live. What are you going to sit in this office and be a nice, cushy financial advisor for the rest of your life? No. And it was cushy. It was very nice. People loved me. I loved my clients. I had over 200 clients, yet that was not what I was called to do. That was a step along the way. Well, in 2005, I did my first public workshop. It was in April of 2005. This is on my website at valerielove.com/about. And in April 2005, I did this workshop and it was called, What is God Saying About Your Money? I had, because I know I was a speaker and I was to speak to audiences. And I put on this event. And I had probably about 70 or 80 people in the room. Now, this was a live event that was in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. And at that public workshop, I knew that I was going to be offering a retreat to the women that were in the room, that I was going to be having 2 months later at the same venue for the weekend, a Saturday and a Sunday. The women would go home at night, and that I would call it the Divine Life's Purpose Women's Retreat, because that's what I had been so deep into. Like, what is my purpose? Discovering my purpose, expressing my purpose. And since, when you really tap into your true soul's purpose, and then you start moving and living from your true soul's purpose, watch out. Watch out. You're playing a different game. You're not even in the same life game as everyone else. So here I was standing up, and I'm going to come off screen share for a second so I can tell you this story, and then we'll go back on screen share in a minute. So here I was standing on stage, talking to the women, taught for the day. And then toward the end, it was time for me to let the women know that they could come to this retreat that I was hosting. Mind you, there was no social media. This is 2004. There was barely Google. There was barely an internet. I had a website. It was a wonky looking website in 2004. American Express was barely on the internet, right? I stand up there. I don't have a, a mobile device like a Square or something like that to take payments from the women. They are straight about to write me checks, okay? And I did have some kind of credit card processing with my bank. I think with my business account, and I had a banking and business account. They could, because from American Express, you knew how to set up all these things. So I had set up a business account and I could take credit cards. The only thing about the credit cards is they had to write out the information, and then I had to go back to my house because the machine was not wireless. It was plugged into the wall in my home. So it was literally going through like the phone lines, calling up the bank to make sure the credit card was okay. And then it would, yeah, this is like Stone Ages. And then it would transfer the money to me in a few more days. So people actually had to write out their credit card information on a form, like an order form, and had to take them home and process them. And there was no swiping cards and all of that. Anyway, needless to say, it was quite the job compared to now. Now, back then, we didn't know any other way, so there was nothing else that I could do. Back then, we used order forms for things. You might have gone to events and used an order form to like order books and this and that. Well, when I shared with the audience that I was going to do this Divine Life's Purpose Women's Retreat and help women, it really told the story of the retreat and help women get on purpose and do their divine soul mission and soul calling. Do you know that at the end of that day, when it was time, I told them to meet me in the back because I'm a speaker. I'm coming out of like National Speakers Association, Toastmasters. So that was my background. So I'm very much all about sales at the back of the room. So we knew about having a table at the back of the room and the order forms and so forth. Do you know that those women bum rushed me like to come to that retreat? They were like, give me a form, give me a form, give me. I was blown away. Now, I'm just simply going by inspiration. I have no guideline. I have no protocol. I have no template on how to live my purpose. I don't have any of that. I'm going by spirit. When I came to American Express, they said, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. On Monday, on Tuesday, do this, do this, do this. Call this client, do this thing, do this thing. They had a system and a process for every single thing. In spirituality, you have none. In living your divine life's purpose, there's no template. You're about to do something that no one has ever done before. How could there be a template? You're going to create, spirit is going to co-create it with you as you go. So you can imagine, I was doing this retreat from inspiration. I knew that I was supposed to bring people together. And when I was at American Express, I was always coming together with people. Clients would call me to come to their events. I would speak about their, financial this, financial that. So I was doing it all along. Okay. So the women are just filling out the form, I'm coming, throwing checks at me, trying to fill out the little credit card thing. Like it was pure chaos. I was, and you know how you're just going through the thing, it's like a flurry of activity and everything. I'm like, what just happened? That's how spirit works with you, with your purpose, if you're working with it. So I go with it. That was my first ever retreat in June of 2005. Now, the story gets gooder. The retreat was called the Divine Life's Purpose Women's Retreat, and it catapulted me into a new stratosphere. Okay, so then I began as an author and a speaker. Okay, so I'm coming out of Toastmasters, like I said, National Speakers Association, and I was, of course, an author. I was going to be an author all my life. I'm into books and words and so forth. Well, now I'm going to do coaching as well, because of course, coaching is done at the retreat. So I'm going to learn how to coach and so forth and so on. So here you see me at one of our early retreats. This retreat was so amazing. This was out at my home in Cambridge, Maryland. I had a group of women over to my home. I was doing a morning show called Boosting Your Bathrobe every single morning. And we would have these incredible retreats. And they would just come to my house at the retreat. Some of them, I don't even think we charged for some of these retreats. They would come to my house. There you see us making vision boards here in my living room. There's a fireplace in the background. And then this is also at my home out there in Cambridge on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. I had a big, beautiful, brand new home, four bedroom. I loved having people over. And here you see one of our members of our community, and she's sharing at this retreat. And you see the women are all, it's something so magical about coming together in retreats. So this was one of the early retreats from the early days, because once I got bit by the bug of doing the retreats, I was like, oh my goodness, we've got to keep doing it. Plus, I was able to see rapid transformation with the women. Now, mind you, this was before Zoom. There wasn't Zoom. There wasn't all of that kind of stuff, right? It just was not. Now I'm going to take you to look at a few more pictures, and I'll drop this link in the chat as well, because this is our Soul Excursions website, and it's got pics on there. So hold on, let me get you some pics. I'm going to drop it in the chat here for you. Just amazing. Okay, so go here and you'll see some pics. Okay, hold on. I need to get offline. Please inbox info on the travel package. Absolutely. Absolutely, Garth Morgan. Absolutely, we'll do so. Okay, so here I was. Let's go back. Where are we on screen share? Yes, we're on screen share. Okay, so here we are since 2005 to now. This is now 2023. 18 years later and dozens of retreats later. I've got to add them all up. It could be 100 retreats by now. Dozens of retreats and events all over the world later. Here you see pictures. You see pictures from Quantum Leap Dubai. You see pictures of our retreat attendees, of us praying, praising, being in devotion, being out on yachts, going to the mosque, absolutely living our best life, hopping in the air, desert safari, riding camels, doing a ritual in the fire, sleeping overnight in the desert, prayer in the morning, getting dressed up, doing the goddess thing. Those are some of our adventures in Dubai. And here are some of our adventures in Sedona. We have been to Sedona over and over and again. So many times we've been on the Red Rocks of Sedona, and we absolutely love it. We get our life. We go to Amitabha Stupa and Peace Park. We love doing our rituals on the Red Rocks. We hang out on the Red Rocks. We have delicious meals. We go, of course, to Bell Rock. We do all of that. So we are all about that spiritual transformation, okay? We are all about that spiritual transformation life. Next, you can see some of our pictures here from Mexico's ancient cities. There's one of our retreat attendees hopping up in the air, yay, from our photographer at Chichen Itza, an ancient city we're in the cenotes. We love doing activities. We love it, okay? Next, you see some pictures from some of our Peru adventures, because we go to Peru very often. Why? For the ayahuasca experience and our sweat lodge, our sacred sweat lodge. Look at Icy with the llama. Holding the llama and buying our sacred crystals and jewelry there. Peru is life-changing. Gourmet food. That is, by the way, vegan cuisine. That is vegan cuisine that you're looking at. We have vegan restaurants we go to in Cusco, Peru that we absolutely love. There's our shaman praying over one of our attendees, retreat attendees, gifting her with some wonderful goodies. There is a bunch of us there doing some crystal shopping. As you can see, one of the vendors bought over some goodies for us where we love to stay. A crystal shop I love going to. How do you like those crystals in Peru when we go? And that's the owner right there. She is such a beautiful, beautiful soul. Also, I'll just show you a quick peek at Bali. So I've been to Bali many times. Bali is my soul home. This is your book in 5 days Bali retreat. The last time we went for retreat in Bali, this is us at the Sacred Waters temple where one of our sisters was several of them. This is Sonora Beach. God in the Waters, the ancestral healing waters. This is on Sonora Beach. Also, that's what we'll be going back to Sonora Beach. This is one of the beautiful Heaven's Gate temples, and you see me there. You know, they love taking pictures like this on Instagram. And there is our, I believe that's Lakshmi, I believe. And the pagoda at the villa we were staying, they had five or six about six gorgeous bedrooms, each one with their own ensuite bathroom, all of that. We like doing luxury around the pool suites. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. More of us hanging out on Sonora Beach. That's journaling, and you see the rice paddies in the background. Sacred monkey forest, monkeys, monkeys, monkeys everywhere. I love Bali. It's super, super, super. That's yoga and movement in the mornings, and we just have a ball. We just have so much fun. So those are some of our Derica. No, Derica. It's not Derica. I haven't seen you in forever. It is so good to see you. How are you? How are you? How are you? Okay, so let's get to what we are going to be doing coming up. So first, I want to tell you about the free event that we have coming up. We're going to be doing 5 burning nights. It's a ritual. It starts 31, 30, 29, 28, 27. I have to do that to count to be sure I'm telling you the right dates. Oh, it's right here on the website. From December 25th to December 31st, we're going to be doing 5 burning nights. It's a ritual, and you can access it from anywhere in the world because we're going to give you the instructions and the prayers and everything for 5 nights on YouTube, and you're going to do the burning in your own space. It is to burn everything that you are not taking into 2024. Burn it. Burn that ish. Burn it. That's what 5 burning nights is for. And so it's going to be for spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. So each of those 5 nights, you are going to burn what you need to burn for your spiritual self. You're going to, for your spiritual self to thrive and be at its zenith in 2024. You're going to burn away what no longer serves you mentally. You're going to burn away the stuff that's in the emotional body. Not that you're going to burn yourself. You're going to burn a fire, and we're going to release it into the sacred fires. You'll get all the instructions for the ritual coming up. So don't worry if you're on our text list or you receive emails, and we're going to post it on social as well. We have plenty of time to prepare for the burning ritual. We're not taking old-ish into 2024. Burn it. Get rid of it. You are going to transform your subconscious mind and tell yourself that you are no longer taking forward into 2023 2024 what does not serve you, and you can do the same 5 burning nights ritual every year. Then Miami actually is before 5 burning nights. Miami, so we'll switch that around for you. But Miami is the winter solstice retreat and ritual on the beach in Miami. Now you can reserve your space. This is already filling up because we are going to do plant medicine, namely shrooms. And this is our last event that we had in Miami. I absolutely loved it. This was our 222 quantum manifestation event. You might have been at it, or you might have been there. If you were in the room, you know how much we love 222 quantum manifestation. Loved that event. Love it, love it, love it. Well, we're going back to Miami. The agenda is here for you, and we are going to get into these shrooms on the beach. Now, in order for you to come to this retreat, you must do a deposit and then complete an application. The deposit is fully refundable. If you choose not to go, if you look at the application and say, I don't know if I want to get into this, spiritual movement and consciousness, we don't want anyone there that's reluctant, doubtful. Mm-mm. When you are called to plant medicine, know you're called to plant medicine. Step up to the plate, even though there might be some fear and some concern there. Still step up to the plate because you know you're called to it. If you're not called to it, this is not for you. Just ignore this part of it because plant medicine is a calling. And the way I do plant medicine in our community is it's a calling, and we have a application, and once your application is submitted, then we will have a conversation with you about the plant medicine. We just want to know where you are, what you've experienced before, because this is life transforming. This is not something you just rush into. Plant medicine must be intentional for the highest and best outcomes. That's why we have such good outcomes on all our plant medicine experiences. Because if you're not supposed to be there, don't take yourself there. Don't do it. Don't do it. And we conduct divination over every application. So we know, we ask spirit, spirit, is this person really, really, really called to this plant medicine experience in this moment, here now? So go ahead and apply, put your application in because we're going to be there on the beach. I'm going to tell you something about it. Here's your fully deposit. Just submit your deposit. Once you click on this, it's going to take you to a page where you can submit your deposit for the winter solstice. And once you submit your deposit, and the reason why we ask all of our attendees to submit a deposit, which many of them already have, is because we want to know that we're dealing with serious people that are really moving forward. Yes. And so that's, we just ask people to put their money where their mouth is, right? So for all of the ones who are already, yes, and this retreat is already starting to fill up because, of course, it's coming up in a couple of months. So you have the opportunity to, let me come off screen share for a second. I just want to help us understand. You'll be seeing me soon. Good. I was just talking about you with Dia at our birthday party. Oh my God. Happy birthday, Dia. Yay. Isn't Dia a Libra too, just like me? Yay, Dia. So I want to tell you something about shrooms. If you are not quite ready for ayahuasca yet, because I'm going to show you ayahuasca next. If you're not quite ready for Mother Ayahuasca, because she's can be intense, shrooms is probably one of my favorite plant medicines in the world. Now I know a lot of people love cannabis. Marijuana is beautiful plant medicine. I think that's why we haven't all gone to war yet and killed all of ourselves, because of marijuana. Is like, chill, just chill out. I think that's why we haven't wiped ourselves off of planet Earth, because marijuana is like, relax, okay? Cannabis. So when you come to one of our plant ritual retreats, plant medicine retreats, and you pop shrooms, a heroic dose of shrooms, like you can choose the dose, somewhere between 2 grams and 5 grams. You're talking about instantaneous transformation. You're talking about dropping the veil. You're talking about expanding your consciousness in one evening on the beach. You're talking about tapping into the cosmos like never before. If you can't meditate, I've never seen anyone that couldn't meditate on shrooms. Never seen it. So just to let you know that this is powerful, this is potent plant medicine, potent, and doing it ceremonially as we do, and doing it in a space of trust and love. You can't have everyone and anyone in your sacred space as you're doing this, peeling off the layers that's holding you back in your 2024. You cannot do that with just anyone. Okay. And I am a Sherpa, and we have support for you. So we don't just leave you out there like on a shrooms trip. We have it protected, cared for, angels, ancestors, the spiritual work, the spiritual protocols, and the physical protocols in place for you to have just amazing plant medicine experiences. Amazing. Let's go back on screen share. So that is for Miami. For 2024, Peru, you click on Peru. Wow, that's where we're getting into Mother Ayahuasca and the Sweat Lodge. I promise you, I'm building up to Bali, coming to Bali in just a second. And I'm going to give you some deliciousness about Bali. Peru, we've been there many times before. As you can see, this is one of our sacred journeys to Peru. I think this will be our fifth sojourn to Peru in a plant medicine. We're going to be in the Sacred Sweat Lodge. Here you hear me talking about, you can watch this video in detail if you like, when you have the opportunity. So you can really be with yourself and ask, does this resonate? Or you're watching this video because it does resonate and you've already gotten the download that this is for you. Then plant medicine is the deal. This is one of our Peru ayahuasca retreats. And this is one of our rituals in the plant medicine experience with a few of us that partook in that ritual with the shaman. Some of us love going and doing fun things like cultural experiences while we're there. Here, I give you the dietary considerations. I give you physical considerations. I give you emotional considerations. I give you landscape and physical conditions. I want you to, at Sweat Lodge, I want you to be prepared and to know what you're walking into when you walk into Peru with us. You've heard us talk about Peru many times, and we want you to be prepared, ready, available to the plant teacher, Mother Ayahuasca, and we're also going to do San Pedro, also known as Wakuma. Am I saying it right? Well, you know it also is San Pedro. And the Sacred Sweat Lodge, where you're going to, it's super hot, and you're going to commune with your ancestors. Like you're going to go through into the other worlds. And not every sweat lodge lets women in who are in their menses. This sweat lodge, you can still enter even if you have menses. If you're in the Lakota sweat lodges, you can't come in if you're in moon time, is what it's called, because according to the Lakota, who are the ones that I did my first few sweat lodges with, they say that women in their moon time, or the first time I ever went to a sweat lodge, I was in my moon time, and it was very interesting. Almost every sweat lodge I went to for a few years there, I was in my moon time, and I could not go in until the last round of the sweat lodge. They have like 3 or 4 rounds throughout the day, because the woman in moon time, according to the Lakota, is so powerful that it could actually, kind of the way they describe it is that she could block messages from other people or interfere with messages that other people are getting in the sweat lodge. Like it's so much energy. It's a lot of energy in moon time. So the women can come in at like the last round. That's when I went into the sweat lodge, very last round, and it was super hot, because they kept bringing the stones in, building the energy. If you've never been in a sweat lodge, come with us. Come get naked with us, or just about. We're not all naked, like swimsuits or scantily clad. Come with us. You may love it. So that is Peru. Now it's going to tell you the pricing for Peru. It's going to tell you what's included. And once again, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to submit your deposit, do the application, and book a call. That's it. Real simple. that's for the spring equinox. We'll be in Peru in 2024 for the spring equinox. Okay. So you're just going to submit your deposit and then we're going to have a conversation. And just so that we know that everyone who is coming to Peru, that they are ready, that they're ready to be in this groundbreaking experience. They are ready, ready, ready. Okay. I also tell you a few words about luggage, flights, what to bring. We do also recommend that you get travel insurance. So we'll talk about that in just a moment. Now that we covered the 5 burning nights, we covered Miami, we covered Peru. New Orleans is the Christian Witches Convention. That's going to be Memorial Day weekend. We're going to be in New Orleans again. Now, let's get to Bali and these 5 destinations in 5 weeks. Okay, so here's the deal. We're doing 5 destinations in 5 weeks in 2024. It is going to be unlike anything you have ever experienced in your life. Now, you can go to one of them, two, three, or all four. It is completely up to you. The same applies as the other retreats. You're going to just hold your space with a fully refundable deposit. That means you're not locked into anything. You're simply saying yes in the moment to the next step. So when you click here, I'm going to give you all the details now, juicy details of Bali. But I do want to let you know about the process. It's the same process. You are going to submit a deposit to hold your space. That signals, hey, I want to do this. Hey, I haven't gotten all the details worked out yet this is speaking to my soul. This is resonating for me. And so you take that action because that's what the universe rewards and that's what the universe recognizes. It doesn't recognize, well, maybe, kind of, sort of. I cannot tell you how many spiritual seekers I have talked to in our community that when we said Bali, they were like, always wanted to go there. That's why people are already registered for Bali. Okay. So, Bali is the Radiant Soul Unveiled retreat. It is all about your soul purpose. Now, I'm going to give you how you can determine which of these retreats you want to go on and what they're going to do for you. Because wouldn't you want to know that? Like, what are we going to, what are these retreats going to do for you? So, the Bali Radiant Soul Unveiled Retreat is August 7th to the 17th. It is 10 days, 5 days and 5 nights. We're going to be in Ubud. This is on the page. I'll show you where in a moment. And 5 days and 5 nights, we're going to be on one of my favorite beaches in Bali, and that is Sanur Beach. That is the whole Bali excursion. You cannot cut Bali into smaller parts. Either you do all 10 days, August 7th to the 17th, or not this time. So let's go to the next one. Our next adventure from Bali, we're going to be going to Thailand. And Thailand, wow, we did Thailand earlier this year. We did Thailand 2023, and we're doing Thailand again 2024. Everyone loved Thailand so much. Some of the retreat attendees said Thailand was their favorite of all the retreats we've done. Thailand was their favorite. Thailand is magnificent. Weed is legal. You go everywhere. You talk about a plant medicine person. I'm not a weed person. I'm more shrooms, ayahuasca, San Pedro, those kinds of plant medicines. I'm not a weed person. Weed people, they have weed brownies in the mall. You're in the restaurant. You want some weed in your coffee? You want some weed in your cheesecake? You want some weed on top of your steak? Weed, cannabis is legal and it's in everything. You can get cannabis added. It's on the menu. Get cannabis added to anything you want. And something else our family loved about Thailand is They have zero judgment about sexuality and matters of sexuality as we grow more into our tantric selves with sacred sexuality. Thailand has no issue whatsoever with sacred sexuality. Now, I need to come off screen share to tell you all this part about Thailand because you probably are going to be kind of shocked at this part of Thailand. Hey, Cheryl, how you love it? How you love it? Mwah. How you love it? How you love it? In Thailand, I don't know if you ever heard of this thing called the ping pong show. It is not your usual strip show. Now, I didn't go. Some of the attendees went. It's no judgment. It's a get your groove on, however you get your groove on. We're not a religious community. We're a spiritual community. It's a big difference. You know, if you was with a bunch of Christians, they would have been telling you, "Oh my God, they ain't nothing but the devil." We don't say that because we don't even subscribe to a devil. Okay, it's you and your consciousness, and you get to make your choices, and you grown. Some of our attendees went to the ping pong show. The things they were telling us that happened at the ping pong show, where a woman in the show, it's I won't say it's a strip joint. I will say it's more entertainment, adult entertainment. Girlfriend shot a Harmony can I don't want to put Harmony's business out there. Maybe Harmony heard something about it too. Hey, Max, how you love it? Max, I was just talking about you a few minutes ago. I was just talking about you a few minutes ago. Talking about Delmonico's. Oh my God. I have a new Delmonico's cookbook review on my website. Okay, so at the ping pong show in Thailand, not only could the woman oh, I can tell in Harmony. Okay, now Harmony had us howling about this ping pong show. A woman shot a ping pong balls out of her yoni. Another one dropped fish out of her yoni over a fish bowl. Plop, plop, plop. Fish into a fish bowl. Another one had a bird fly out and then put the bird back in. I was like, I cannot. I can't do it. I can't. And another one had a string of razor blades that came out. I was like, what? Thailand. You know what I love about Thailand? In Thailand, you can get a lady, or you can get a boy, or you can get a lady boy. It's whatever. It's whatever. I love Thailand. They have no qualms about it. It's whatever you want. What do you want? You want a blowjob while you're drinking your drink at the bar? Okay. Just order it. Everything's on the menu. Everything with zero judgment. It was so refreshing because we're in America, you know, it started off as a puritanical place and it's just uptight. You know, America's very uptight. Even Europe is not as uptight as America. I mean, you can show boobs. Kids see boobs on billboards and things like that. In America, everybody's so uptight. Well, we got a lot of teen pregnancies because nobody wants to talk about sex. Not nobody. People don't want to talk about sex. They don't want to be open and, you know, open about it. And so because they're not open about it, everybody's trying to be a tightened up Christian, and no one's, I don't think too many people are succeeding at being a tightened, buttoned up Christian, especially the pastor. Because we're not succeeding at that, what happens when you judge things? It goes underground, right? People don't stop doing it. They just stop talking about doing it. So we need to just let it go. Come to Thailand, relax yourself, have some good weed, put some weed on your steak, and when I'm telling you, it's on the menu, and get yourself a lady boy or a lady or a boy or whatever your flavor is, like ice cream. You can have all whatever flavors you want, mix them up, make a whole big banana split. It's up to you. It's very refreshing, and the people are happy. I think they're happy because they're not all tight and judgmental. And you know, it's just so beautiful. So, of course, when we're in Thailand, I'll tell you what we're going to be doing when we're in Thailand. Oh, like Montreal is not uptight. Canada cities. Oh, is Canada like that too? Mystic Apex. I love places like that where, you know, just chill. Let's just chill. Okay, so let's go back on screen share and I'm going to Okay, next we've got the Celestial Soul Devotion Retreat in India. We are going to be at the Taj Mahal. Then China and Hong Kong. I haven't been in China. Now I've been to all these places. So I am a Sherpa, as is my God assigned, spirit assigned happy place is going all around the world with all these beautiful people doing all kinds of wonderful things, having wonderful food like at Delmonico's, and just living life gloriously and happy with beautiful people. My birthday dinner with Max Tucci, so beautiful. Just loving life. Can we simply love life? China and Hong Kong, we're going to be in Dragon Fire Ascendancy. Unleash your inner dragon. Now, for all of you who don't speak your truth, well, let me get into it right now. Let me tell you how you know you need to come to these retreats. Here's what you want to look at with regard to Bali and your radiant soul unveiled. You're completely on your soul purpose. Here are the issues that we're going to resolve in Bali. You don't know your purpose with radiant clarity. You know how many people tell me that I don't really know my purpose, Reverend Val? You're not living your purpose with absolute certainty and in an unapologetic fashion. Not only do some people not know their purpose, the people that do know their purpose, yeah, I kind of know it. They're still going to a job or a career or something that's not the purpose. You're not living the purpose with absolute certainty. You still have to work a job or a career that you don't love because you haven't yet mastered the skill of how to create money doing what you love in the desired amounts to sustain your chosen lifestyle. You have not yet put your skills and gifts and soul purpose out into the planet for people to remunerate you at a very high level. So, therefore, because you haven't learned those things yet, you're still at a job or a career or some form of making money that is not completely your love. Stop doing that. You're not living your divine potential. You feel like you're running out of time. I talk to a lot of people. I have a lot of clients. I have a lot of beautiful souls that I work with all over the world. This is what y'all have told me over the 18 years that I've been leading retreats and coaching and sharing with people. This is what y'all have told me. I think I'm running out of time. I'm getting too old. Well, you're not running out of time and you're not getting too old, but you feel like it. Or I got to get on purpose. I did all this working at this job all these years, all this career. Now I got to do the thing that I was born to do. Okay, come on, let's do it. If you're ready to unveil your radiant soul, that's what Bali's for you. Okay. Now let's talk about Thailand because we go to Thailand after Bali. And like we said, you can go to one, two, three, or all four. It's up to you. Now that you've been to Bali, 10 days and 10 nights, you were in the luxury, all the things we're going to do with you in Bali. Wait till you see you're going to love it. Now you have fully gotten clarity on your soul because we have a divine destiny design system, a process that we work you through in Bali for your soul's purpose. Oh, it's hands on because I like practical things and I like esoteric things. I like both, but you definitely need practical things to live your soul's purpose practically on the planet. At the Luminous Soul Zenith Retreat, now your soul is luminous and your soul is going to go to its zenith in Thailand. Did I say Bali? Thailand. Here are the issues that we're going for. You have challenges speaking up, expressing yourself, and setting and holding your boundaries. That's why your soul can't go to its zenith because you're not expressing yourself. You've got to express. You've got to let out, say the things that you really need to say, even if your voice shakes. Set and hold your boundaries, broad boundaries. Boundaries are not protection. I'm going to teach you in Thailand, the distinction between protection and fearing attack and healthy boundaries. They're two different things completely. Most people get them conflated. You have books in you that you haven't written or published yet. That was me for 10 years. So no judgment. Let's just handle it. You have all these ideas written down in journals, yet you haven't taken action on them. Am I in your neighborhood? Am I on your street? Maybe I'm knocking on your door. Does any of this sound like anything that has been going through your consciousness? But I'm not done yet. You're overwhelmed when you even think about the soul creations you desire to bring into the world and you don't know where to begin. So many books you want to write, the retreat center you want to do. How do you do a retreat center? Tarot decks you want to create. How do you even create a tarot deck and put it online? All these things that you is overwhelming. Oh my goodness, where do I even begin? And then there's a paralysis from being overwhelmed. It's just too much. This is what I hear. This is what I've experienced. This is what we're clearing. You don't have a circle of people around you who fan the flames of your magnificent soul expression. That was me. I was not surrounded by people that wanted to fan the flames of my magnificent soul's expression and have my soul go to its zenith. I wasn't around people like that. I am now. But that wasn't what, trust me, around lit up people that are luminous in their soul at their zenith, flying around the planet, being with a person like Harmony and Max Tucci and the people that were there at the table with us for my birthday dinner. You need to surround yourself with people who fan the flames of your magnificent soul expression. Yes, that applaud you and that are like, yes, and that are your cheerleaders. I used to be around people that were not applauding my soul expression. Why? Because I wasn't on my soul expression. My soul wasn't soaring to its zenith. So how could I ask other people to cheer me on? I wasn't cheering me on. You're undisciplined, unfocused, and have no or little accountability for your soul to reach its zenith. Maybe you don't have a divine destiny design in place for your soul to go to the zenith. Maybe there's no clear vision, no actionable steps. We're going to correct all of that because as a coach, a master coach, as I mentioned to you, for 18 years, soon to be in a couple of years, 20 years, there are solutions. There are solutions. Some of you needed to already go and hold your space, and you don't have to hold your space for each one. Just do one deposit. And when you hold your space with one deposit, what's going to happen from there? What is going to happen that you're going to hold your space, and once you submit that, it's going to take you to the page where you fill out a brief travel questionnaire and you book an appointment with one of our travel navigators. It could be myself, it could be Harmony, it could be one of our travel navigators. And they will step you through, because on the form that you're going to fill out, the travel form, it'll say, which retreats are you looking at? Okay, Bali and Thailand. Okay, Thailand. Okay, China and Hong Kong. Okay, you know what's resonating for you. And that's what we do. This is a spirituality channel. This is magic. This is spirituality. This is not, we're not in our head thinking about what's the best for us. We're not doing that. So even if you see 2 or 3 or 4 retreats that you know you want to be at, just submit one deposit, and then we will step you through the rest in your appointment, because we have special pricing for if you do more than one retreat. Okay, so we talked about Bali, we talked about Thailand. Now let's talk about India, the Celestial Soul Devotion Retreat. Here are the issues, because we're attacking these issues. You don't need to live with these issues. Get rid of these issues. The only reason you're not having your soul in full, why you're not radiant soul, right? Or your soul, luminous soul at its zenith, right? Is because we're not doing the work. And now you're going to get to do the work. Here are the issues we're going to resolve in India. You don't have a consistent soul devotional practice that feeds your life from the inside out. That devotional practice, that's why we're calling this the Celestial Soul Devotion Retreat. You've got to get in there with your soul devotion. You're living far smaller than you know you were meant to live. That's a sign. These are symptoms that there's a deeper unhealed issues, not just one, issues that are not addressed. You're bored with the life you have. Every so often you look around like, what am I doing? You're bored. Well, I promise you, if you go to India, you will not be bored, because over there is some big colorful thing, and over here is some big saffron rice thing, and over here is a cow standing in the middle of the whole thing going moo with its horns painted. You literally cannot be bored in India. It's impossible because you're seeing something. We were in India and there was a lady on the side of the road who had a goat who had just given birth to two baby goats, and the driver stopped and we got to get off and talk to the. Where do you drive and get off a bus with a lady who's holding a baby goat that just literally fell out of its mother's womb? It was like, I was like, oh my God, I probably will never see this again in my entire born days. Okay. You haven't made it a practice to do big exotic things that scare you. Why do you think I went after Egypt and having the most amazing retreat experience there with our retreat attendees? Why do you think I went to Istanbul, Turkey, Barcelona, Spain, to do big scary things? It's not scary to go to Istanbul, Turkey. It's not scary to go to Barcelona, Spain. Nothing scary about it. The mind makes up stories. I've never been there before. And then the mind is going to conjure up ghosts, myths, things that don't matter. They're not truth. You need to do big, exotic things that are scary, like, you know, you're sluggish, you have low energy, you're not vibrating fast and high, you're procrastinating on doing what you know you're here to do. All of that is going to be healed at the Celestial Soul Devotion Retreat to the level that you are available for it to be. Why? Because when you get into devotion, you're moving the energy, and with the Hindu gods and goddesses, with the ritual we'll be doing in India, you will be able to move that energy and just be a profoundly different person. That's what happens for me every time I go on retreat. I'm fresh back, like I said, from a retreat. That's what happens for me every time I go on a retreat. Okay, lastly is dragon fire ascendancy. Unleash your inner dragon in China. Now, how do you know if you need to unleash your inner dragon? You feel your inner light is not all the way on. You're not all the way lit up. You're not passionate, sparking the fire. Your dragon is not awakened like rah, fire breathing. Where's your passion? You're afraid of what people will think if you radically change your life. Ooh, that doesn't sound very dragon-like, right? You still feel you need permission from the people closest to you. Like, I would do it, kind of tipping around, not being a dragon. You haven't given yourself permission to live a bold, fearless purpose on fire life, dragon style. You haven't unleashed your dragon yet. Unleash the dragon. Dragon fire ascendancy. What are we going to do in these places? Well, let's show you what we got lined up for you to do in all these places. You're going to love it. 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 By the way, we'll be back in October in Salem for my birthday next year again, but we'll talk about that in another conversation. What do we do at our retreats? At our retreats, I'm going to tell you something. Let me come off screen share to share this with you. Oh, wow. I wasn't even on screen share. Let me go on screen share and show you what, what I was just talking about. It's all on the page, so you'll be able to see it at ValerieLove.com. The radiant souls, see, this is where you're going to see the issues. Get rid of these issues. They are stifling you. The Luminous Soul Zenith Retreat, there are the issues. Here are the issues to be resolved at the Soul Devotion, Celestial Soul Devotion Retreat. Now let's look at Dragonfire Ascendancy. We talked about that for a moment, and now let's come off screen share for just a quick moment. I just wanted to show you where. If you're saying to yourself, wow, I'm a big believer in setting boundaries, let me tell you, nothing magnificent can be created for people that do not have broad, firm boundaries that are held. Those people cannot create to their soul zenith. They cannot create to the highest level because the boundaries are not in place. Therefore, it's always going to be some kind of incursion into what they're doing. And they can't hold back the incursion. I used to be there. Not now. I used to be there. Now, let's go and look at what we're going to be doing because that's always fun. Okay, so let's go on screen share and let's talk about what are we going to be doing at these places. Okay, because that's just fun. So we do classes and circles at our retreats, and I'm going to say this: there is no other travel company. They've got a lot of travel places. You'll see them on YouTube, on Facebook. A lot of travel groups that are going around traveling the world. It's beautiful. No one does what we do at Soul Excursions. Why? Because some travel groups are about working remotely, like a remote year or a hacker paradise. They're all about remote work. That's not what we're about. Some places, like a Let Sparks Fly or Travel Divas, they're all about getting these beautiful women of color and different women out and about and traveling, and even men as well. I've seen some men on their events out and about traveling and having this really beautiful travel experience, which is beautiful. That's not what we do. And then you see some other people that do spiritual retreats, yet they do them in like an ashram or like a place where you're sleeping on a wooden bed or something like that. Lovely. I've been to retreats like that. I love ashrams. I love retreat centers. I've been to plenty of retreats like that. I love them. It's just different from what we do. Here at Soul Excursions, we do personal and spiritual development meets luxury travel and adventure. We like luxury, we like nice things, fine dining establishments, we love lovely things. We don't, it's a good price, it's an investment because we're going to stay at a very beautiful place. When you look at all the beautiful places we stayed in Egypt, all it was lovely 4 or 5 star all throughout. Gorgeous. We had all our people right on the riverfront, Nile River. Gorgeous patios and balconies and all the things. We're not doing spiritual retreats at like an ashram where your neck is kind of stiff when you wake up in the morning. I mean, it's all good. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with any of them. They're just all different. And I probably could go to Nepal. I probably will go to Nepal for 6 months and sleep on a wooden bed like that. No problem. I'm offering you what our retreats are about. They're about beauty, luxury, and you're going to do the personal and spiritual development work that causes you to come back changed. How? Because we have our circles and our classes where we support everyone in the circle who desires it with spiritual life coaching as well as training. Next, we do tours. So, like I said here, whether we're dune bashing on a desert safari in Dubai or soaring to the top of Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, or petting tigers in Thailand, or climbing inside the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt, hot air ballooning over Luxor, or walking the medicine wheel at Amitabha Stupa at Peace Park in Sedona, or swimming with stingrays in Cozumel, we do all that and way more. We're engaging in these full on, all your senses on, all hands on deck, wow experiences. These are the kinds of experiences that rapidly change you. Like you cannot be the same person when you come back. So we always have those activities and tours baked in. And it's really funny because some of our retreat attendees are like, whoo, we fall in the bed at night. And sometimes we also have free nights, free days too. Of course, you're going to have relationships. I've seen some people meet lovers at our retreats, people meet. And for every retreat, we have a dedicated WhatsApp chat, and you go into the WhatsApp chat once we are solidified on which trips you're going on. Okay? And the WhatsApp chat, we never close them. So there are people in WhatsApp chats that have been in there for years. We never close the WhatsApp chats for your group for that year. We've had quite a few. We've had a few Quantum Leap Dubai. But what year did you go? Did you go to Quantum Leap Dubai 2022, or did you go to Quantum Leap Dubai 2023, or did you go to? So your group is always available to you, which I love. I love that. Now, Bali. What are we going to be doing in Bali? Because we're going to be in Bali for 10 days and 10 nights. What are we going to be doing for 10 days and 10 nights? Well, you're going to do morning movement. So 4 of the mornings, 2 in Ubud and 2 in Sonora Beach, we're going to do some nice morning movement, nice yoga. Now, you don't have to wake up early every morning. Some mornings you can sleep in. It is a retreat after all. We're going to go to the Kecak dance. The Kecak dance, oh, I love the Kecak dance in Bali. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is a little picture right here of a part of the Kecak dance. It is so incredible. And then there's fire. Super exciting. Super exciting. So the whole group will be going to a Kecak dance. And wow, it is just so amazing. Usually they have it like over food and whatnot. We're going to go to Turta Empul Temple. This is the famous temple with the fountains, the water coming out. And there's stations. One station is clearing karma from the ancestral line. Another one is from clearing karma from like past lives. Oh my goodness. I have seen people at our retreats. Dr. Denise Bacchus is one of them. Got in those waters. When she came out, she looked different. Just like that. It doesn't have to take years. It doesn't have to take a decade. Just like that. She came out. She was a different person. So if you want instantaneous transmutation, the temple in Bali, the temples in Bali, several of them, will be going to more than one. Wow. Of course, we're going to have our circles and classes, and that's where you're going to get your divine destiny blueprint so we can solve for the things we talked about earlier in Bali. So when you come to Bali, yes, you'll have some beautiful, relaxing time. Yes, you'll be able to sit by the pool. Yes, you'll be able to sit by the beach, and we're going to do the work. Yes, you'll go on fun excursions. And yes, you'll even have a beach day to just relax. Yet the important thing is that we do the work. That's Bali. In Thailand, what are we going to be doing in Thailand? Morning movement also in Thailand. On 4 mornings, you're going to do some yoga with the group if you desire. We're going to go to the Great Buddha of Phuket and the temple right under it, the Great Buddha of Phuket. I cannot even say, I've never seen that many Buddhas in one place in my life. No, come to think of it, I have. The only other place was in Dragon Gate Grotto in China and Hong Kong, where we're going. The Great Buddha of Phuket, words cannot even describe it. Watch out for the monkeys. Of course, they're everywhere. Monkeys usually are wild in a lot of places. Africa, I've seen wild monkeys a lot of places. And everywhere the monkeys are, they are harassing the humans. I promise you. Do not take out anything sparkly or shiny. Shikes is gone. Harmony took out a little bag of chips, gone. And this monkey was so smart that this monkey jumped all the way up to a top branch, elbowed a couple of other monkeys that were trying to get the bag of chips, opened the bag of chips and sat there and was eating the bag of chips. One of them grabbed somebody's can of beer. I don't know what you're doing with beer in a temple, but anyway, I'm not going to be judgmental. Grabbed the can of beer, knew how to open the thing, drink the thing down, drunk monkey. I mean, these monkeys, they're same thing in Kenya, same thing in India, same thing in Thailand, same thing in Bali. In Bali, we're going to be going to the Sacred Monkey Forest. Oh, none of this would be on me if we were going to see the monkeys. No earrings, no shiny anything, no foil, no sparkly anything, no phones with your gadgets and sparkles. None of that. They will have it. They will straight snatch it from you. I'm just warning you in advance of these monkeys that are all over the world terrorizing us. In America, we have them in zoos. You know, we're afraid of monkeys for some reason in America. I don't know why. The whole rest of the world is not afraid of monkeys. Somehow, America is very afraid of monkeys. I don't know why. Anyway, we're going to the Great Buddha of Phuket. We're going to go to the elephant sanctuary where you get to feed the elephants. Oh my goodness, we fed the elephants and we were giving them one banana at a time. The elephant was taking a trunk like this, taking one banana, one banana, one banana, while I was feeding it. And somebody else had a whole bunch of grapes, a whole bunch of bananas. Elephant straight up lifted the whole bunch of bananas and straight into his mouth. I was like, we were done. These animals. Wow. Mind blowing. Just mind blowing. We love the elephant sanctuary. Hey, you can even swim in there with the elephants. We love the elephant sanctuary. And that's my totem animal. I was in heaven. Of course, we're going to have our circles and classes also in Thailand on your soul expression, setting boundaries, crafting your gifts into the world. And we will have a couple of beach and pool days. Okay, I'm coming down to the home stretch, family. In India, where are we going? We're going to the Taj Mahal. We're going to the Taj Mahal in India. And in India, we're also going to go to temples. We love temples. We love temples. We love them. And you're going to get to do your coconut cleansing. Now, you may have never heard of the coconut cleansing before. So I actually pulled up something from the last time. You love this? Yay! I love it. Pretty and intuitive. I love that. I love that. Hey, Courtney, you love it. Hey, Gabrielle. Oh, look at our peeps coming in from our other retreats and whatnot. We have all the details up for Bali, Thailand, India, China, and Hong Kong, baby. Let me show you this coconut clearing thing. I had never seen. Clear your karma with coconuts like they had in India. I'm going to show it to you. So you go into the temple, and when you get into the temple, there are all these coconuts, bags and bags and bags and bags of coconuts. Well, the bags of coconuts were at our resort. I'm going to show you. Look at this. I took this. This is me in India, and you hold the coconut. This is me at the ashram in India with our group. You hold the coconut to your each chakra, and you let the coconut suck all the gunk and karmic debris and negative energy off of each one of your chakras. You let it suck off, and then you take the coconut and you smash it. Break that stuff up. Smash it. Smash it, smash it, smash it. Yes, Lynn, your book will be coming to you very soon. You smash it. And I'm telling you, I had the best release smashing those coconuts. I smashed so many coconuts, it wasn't even funny. You want to get out your anger issues? Smash coconuts. You want to get rid of it. See, family, what we do not understand is that all of the subconscious gunk that's on us, that's what we get rid of at the retreats. You know, people do not understand how much your issues are holding you back. And when you fathom where you could be, or you get a whiff of where you could be if you didn't have all your issues, what would your life look like? What would your life look like? That's India. Screen share, back on screen share. Oh, don't we love it? Because we're spiritual seekers, so we love that. So we're going to get you that coconut cleansing, smashing coconuts, baby, smashing coconuts. Of course, we have our circles and our classes. And in India, we're going to be focused on our Hindu gods and goddesses. We actually have Indian people that will be helping us out with that. And a very beautiful coach and teacher that is in India that will be supporting us. And I freaking love her. And of course, some relaxed time. India is beyond. It's beyond. I freaking love India. What are we going to be doing in China and Hong Kong? First of all, Well, let me talk about Dragon Gate Grotto before I go to shopping. We're going to be going to Dragon Gate Grotto. Now, you may have never heard of Dragon Gate Grotto. I had not heard of it until I got there, and I was blown away. So you can look up Dragon Gate Grotto in China. Blown away. So we're going to take you there. Shopping. The shopping in China, because as you know, Temu and all those companies, it's all coming from China. Where we're staying in China, we're going to be in Shenzhen. In Shenzhen, China, you can walk from where we're staying to the places to this thing. I don't even call it a mall. It is beyond a mall. I've never seen this many stores and stalls in one place. And I'm going to tell you something about the Chinese entrepreneurs that have their stalls and their vendor spaces and all that. Selling everything you have ever seen in your entire life, anything and everything. If it's beyond Delancey Street in New York City, because you know I'm a New York City girl. It is beyond Delancey Street. I mean, I grew up with a whole lot of things being sold around me. This is on a whole nother level. In China, I'm going to tell you something about these beautiful Chinese entrepreneurs. If you go into one of those shops and they don't have your size, oh, they will find your size. Oh, what size you? Medium. Only have a small. And one moment, you wait here. You wait here. They will go through that whole place, find some friend of theirs that you give me a medium, I give you a small. Oh, they will make the deal happen. They will make the sale happen. I promise you. I haven't. It's amazing how different people are than America. You go in a store in America. Do you have medium? No, we don't have that. Do y'all want to do business? Do y'all want me to buy things? Because it doesn't seem very helpful. In China, will wait on you hand and foot, whatever sneaker color you want, whatever purse you want, whatever watch you want, whatever hat, dress, coat. Everything comes from China. Everything around the whole world is made in China. So just think about that. That's where we're going. Just think about that. And what a lot of us do when we go to China is you can get clothes made there. So if you have a coat that you love, the fit, bring it, because while we're there, they'll make it for you. They'll make it in a matter of like 2 or 3 days. You pick the fabric, fabrics upon fabrics upon fabrics, leathers, suedes, colors, felts, velvets, anything you want made. And those women in China, oh, they were laid with their clothes because everything was custom made, tailor made. It's very interesting that they're sending us cheap Chinese goods, but they're not wearing cheap Chinese goods. It's very interesting. But you'll find out for yourself when you go. Of course, our circles and our classes are going to be on awakening your inner dragon, feng shui, your Chinese zodiac, and bringing your fire and your passion. Those are the exercises. Our classes, our training, our spiritual life coaching is all about that. So here's your pricing. Pricing is on the screen right here, and let's talk about pricing. Bali is 10 grand per person or 15 grand per couple. Thailand is 7,500 per person or 12,500 per couple. India is 10 grand per person or 15 grand per couple. China and Hong Kong is 9,500 per person or 16,500 per couple. What does it include? It includes your airport transfers. So you're going to tell us when you arrive so we can scoop you from the airport and bring you to our accommodations. It includes 4 and 5-star accommodations throughout. So any of these retreats that you are on, your accommodations are going to be taken care of you have your own room. We don't do double occupancy. We just have your own space. I love having my own space, and I feel like our retreat attendees love having their own space. Have your own space. Okay. Now, it also includes training and class materials for the retreat because we have teachers that actually teach. I'm one of the teachers. Harmony is one of the teachers. We have actual teachers and coaches that teach and train at our retreat. So you have your training, your class materials, spiritual life coaching circles with our spiritual life coaches, rituals with the materials included, excursions and activities like what we mentioned here. All the excursions and activities, we have the van come pick us up, or the bus, or whatever our transportation is. They come pick us up from where we're staying and they take us to the temple. We do all the things at the temple and then it brings us back. Okay, so we have all of that included, all the activities. And then we give you a solo excursions gift bag. We're doing solo excursions gift bags for each of these retreats. What's not included? Airfare. So you can get your own airfare. Visas. We'll talk about visas in a moment. Extra tours. So let's say you're in Bali and you want to go have you want to do like the swing, the Bali swing. Then we can help you with information on how you can book the Bali swing yourself, because a lot of people want to go do the Bali swing, something like that. Spa visits are not included. So let's say you want to have a beautiful floral bath. Those floral baths at Bali, oh my goodness, where you're in the bathtub, it's all flowers, and you pick the configuration of flowers that you want. Have y'all ever seen that? Let me bring it up. Bali floral bath. That's what I'm talking about right here. This is what that is. And you can pick the configuration of the flowers for your floral bath. So a lot of people love to get the floral bath. They're just beautiful. You get yourself a nice floral bath with your, the Instagram, they will just be like, how did you do that? You will be living your best life in the floral bath. I mean, come on now. Who doesn't want a floral bath? Magnificent. Okay, so Bali has that, and they do them in all the little configurations for you. So you can do something like that, spa visits, massages. When you go to Thailand, that Thai massage, that lady got on my back. I was like, oh, wow. Oh, I'm awake. Oh, I'm all the way awake, pulling my arm all the way back. That Thai massage, it was otherworldly. I was on another planet. Harmony said, okay, I give. Okay, enough. That lady will bend your leg all the way back. And Harmony was like, okay, enough. Okay, so if you want to do some spas, some nice massages, China, the foot massage will have you, it's so good for you. It's so good for you. Those massages in China, they will have you crying. It is so good for you. And of course, if you want to do shopping and your meals. Okay, so that's not included. Globetrotters. Let me talk to the Globetrotters for a minute. Globetrotters, email our office so that we can get you how to go, because of course, Globetrotters do not pay for the retreat expenses. And if you don't know what a Globetrotter is, it's all good. All you want to do is text us. And that's on the Soul Excursions page. I'll give you the link. soulexcursions.world. And it's right on the front page. Boom. Paid to travel. Become a Globe Trotter, because Globetrotters do not pay registration fees. They only pay for their accommodations and excursions. Okay. Now, we have some info for you here that is helpful info. You will need a visa to get into these countries. We're going to walk you through getting your visas. Some you must get in advance. One you can get visa on arrival at some countries. Most countries you have to get your visa in advance. So that's why we're doing this in advance, so that we can walk you through getting your visa. Your passport, if your passport does not have 6 months validity, you will not be able to enter certain countries. So that's really pretty much most countries around the whole world. So if your passport expires before March of 2025, you will require a renewed passport. Okay? Because most of them won't let you in if you're close to that 6 month out. Renewal needs to be renewed. And we're going to be teaching you about that in some of our Zoom, in some of our Soul Excursions rooms on Clubhouse. So you don't have to worry about that because we have time and we're going to tell you exactly what to do. I have visas to Bali. I have my visa to India. I have a 10-year visa to India. I have a 10-year visa to China. Hong Kong, you get the visa upon arrival. And then Thailand, you get the visa upon arrival. So we're going to walk you through visas, okay? Because you can't get in without it. So, right. Airfare, we're going to help you with finding the best airfare. We have some tips and tricks for that. In between, if you're coming to more than one, let's say you're coming to Bali and Thailand, I want to show you a map. So let's go to Bali to Thailand. I'm going to show you this map. And let's look on the map. So you see that Bali, let's go. Okay, here's Bali down here. This is not the map I want. I don't want a map showing me all these prices, just maps. Hold on. I want to show you what you could do. Okay. So do you see this is a map? Let's go a little further out. And you see, we're going to be in this region of the world right here. You see, we're in a very narrow tract of land right here. Everything we're doing is right here in this swath. So a swath. So what you could do is you're in Bali and we finish in Bali on the 17th. We start in Thailand, and these little flights from Bali to Thailand are super cheap, like $100, $200, something like that. We start in Thailand on the 19th. So what you could do is you could say, okay, after the retreat in Bali is complete on the 17th, I'm going to hop to Singapore for a day and then be in Thailand for the 19th for the start of the Thailand retreat. So we do this all the time. We just hop to little different countries in between. Well, it's not a little country. We hop different places in between, just like between Greece and Italy. I think Harmony went to Paris. So you have that flexibility. Look, family, don't fly all the way to Bali and then fly straight home. Don't do that. Be an adventurer. This whole thing is about doing big, exotic, scary things, doing things that are bigger than what you think you can do, stretching into global travel. Okay. So you're in Bali, and let's say you're also going to come to Thailand. Boom, a simple little flight. Or maybe you might want to go to Philippines for a day and then over to Thailand. Or maybe you might want to go to Vietnam, Hanoi, fabulous, and then hop over to Thailand. Or maybe you want to go to Bangkok, like we had last time we went to Thailand. One of our beautiful retreat attendees, first she went to Bangkok and then she came to Phuket. So you have some play. This is a playground. Play. Yeah, play. Now, if you're coming with us to India, you can see that now all we're going to do is we're going to go from Thailand to India. Okay. And so our next stop, and we have 2-3 days in between these. Okay. So here you see this is Thailand, and we're just going to hop over. You see, it's a straight shot, cheap flights, and go straight on over to India. We're probably not going to drive. I wouldn't drive that. But hey, if you wanted to drive, you could drive from Thailand to India. I wouldn't do that. And what I love about this is if you did do that, maybe you could stop in Burma for a minute. You just have to make sure that wherever you stop, if you're going to get out and walk around or whatever, you got to check the visas. Like we said, right? You must check visas. Or maybe you want to go to Thailand, go to Sri Lanka for a day, and then meet us over here in India. Now, from India, we're going to go to China. And if you're saying, wow, that's too much, just know that that's the lower mind saying that, because the God self would never say anything's too much. It just never would, because the God self is immortal, and it's the God self is it's too big to say anything like that. So here we're going to go from India to China. Do you see another just short flight? So when you see all these destinations, don't get overwhelmed and don't say to yourself, oh my goodness, there's so many. How am I going to do all that? Simple. You're going to do it like a lot of people do it. A lot of people do this all the time. It's not a big deal. It's whatever you decide in your mind. If you decide in your mind it's a big deal, it's a big deal. If you decide in your mind, this is how I live, I'm a globetrotter, I go all over the world, then that's what happens. It's whatever you say in your mind. And when we finish in China, actually, that's not the part of China we're going to. We're going to be down here in Shenzhen. So let me put Shenzhen in there. Shenzhen, China. I might not even be spelling it correctly. Shenzhen, here it is. We're going to be in Shenzhen, China, which is down here by the water, because we're going to be going over to Hong Kong. Okay. And the nice thing about, you see over here, let's go a little tinier. Boom. Okay. So we're going to be in Shenzhen and we're going to go across to Hong Kong. I love Hong Kong because Hong Kong is English speaking. China is not. Mainland China is not English speaking. Hong Kong is English speaking because the British colonized Hong Kong. So everyone there speaks English. A lot of them with a British accent, which is interesting. Shenzhen is in China, so Shenzhen is definitely Chinese speaking. By the way, in China, they do eat dogs. So I just want to prepare you for that, because in America, a dog is God spelled backwards. That's not so in China. They don't care about the dog is God spelled backwards. They don't care about that. They see a dog, it looks like lunch. We see a dog, we're all happy and loyal. Oh, man's best friend. No, in China, a dog is man's best meal. I just hey, it's no wrong or right. It's just different. It's just different. Do not judge. Because Americans hear that and they're like, but I have my dog in a stroller with an outfit on and earrings and an umbrella so it won't get wet. And you're telling me that they eat dogs? Relax, Americans. You all are the only people that I can see all around the world. I've been to many countries. How many countries have I been to so far? Let's look at my country count so far. I have not seen, okay, we're on the global events page. Let's look at my country count so far. I haven't seen in any of these countries that I have been to, in any of these places, I have yet to see a dog in a stroller. None of them. None of them. Only in America. Okay? I'm just saying. Maybe somewhere in Europe. I've just never seen it. All these countries, all these continents, never seen a dog in a stroller. But hey, do as you want. Make your dog into a human if you want. That's completely up to you. I'm just telling you, that's America. So when you go other places, don't expect it to be, don't expect China to be America. It's not. And you're going to get very upset if you see dog on the menu. I'm just telling you in advance. Americans, we be American and not knowing we be an American. Dog, oh my God, how can you stop being American? All right. Hong Kong, magnificent. I love Hong Kong. So beautiful by the water. Love it. You'll love it. So you see that you can do all these things because it's right in this vicinity right here. It's just in this little circle right here. See, there's India. There's China, Shenzhen. Here's Thailand, right in the middle of them. And here's Bali. Do you see that you're almost like in a little triangle? So don't think, oh my God, how am I going to do all that? Think, oh, that's easy to do. I can do that. And trust me, there are some very nice pricing for if you desire to do all four of them. We're going to give you some really good prices. I also didn't tell you that if you are not a globetrotter, every time you come to a retreat, 50% of your retreat registration goes to buying a Globetrotter anyway. So you're buying a Globetrotter whether you know it or not. And if you keep coming on retreats, eventually you won't have to pay the registration fee. You'll just be paying accommodations and excursions. So each retreat has a couple of days in between. So hop somewhere. Go to Singapore. Go to Cambodia. Go to Vietnam. Go to Malaysia. Go to Philippines. Go to Nepal. Whatever, Sri Lanka. Whatever floats your boat. Okay. We already talked about the accommodations are always single or couple. If you do a couple, what is the definition of a couple? A couple is defined as two people traveling together who are sharing a bed. That is a couple because these suites, they will have one big bed. Now, if you're coming with somebody that you don't like to be in the bed with, reconsider if you want to call yourselves a couple. Okay? Because if you bring your best girlfriend, if you're all okay with one big king bed, great. If you're not okay with sharing a bed, then you're a single. Or you're with a friend, and I don't know what y'all do behind closed doors. I don't care. Just know that when you get behind closed doors, it's going to be one bed in there, okay? Now, whatever you do with it, that's up to you. I don't want to know about travel insurance. This is the last thing we want to talk about. You definitely want to get some travel insurance because once you're locked in, see, when you do your $500 deposit, you're not locked into anything. It's fully refundable. This is you saying, okay, let me take a step. It doesn't lock you in because if we get into the conversation, once you fill out the retreat form and then you're in a call, if you say, well, maybe it's not for me, great, here's your $500 back. Just right now, no questions asked. Because we only want people who want to be there on the trip. We only want you if you really want to be there because we just love it, right? Travel insurance. Once you're in and you say, yes, I'm doing it, and then we set up your payment plan. If you require a payment plan, some people require payment plans, some people don't. For your balance, once you are yes, and you have checked the terms and conditions, and you are a yes to the retreat, there's no turning back at that point. There's no refunds after that. You can't make 2 and 3 payments and then say, oh, I'm not going. There's no refunds because we're already paying for things. We're already in movement. So for all, and that's the case with all travel companies, go to any retreat company and ask them, are they giving you back your money? Not remote year. Remote year didn't give me back my money. And it was COVID. And I had given them thousands of dollars. They was not giving me back that money. They gave me, I could use it somewhere else, which is what we do as well. You can use it somewhere else. You're not getting a refund. So that's why travel insurance, because if we're not going to name anything that's not anything other than you going on the retreat and having a spectacular time. Yet I do know that things can happen. It's never happened with any of our retreats. I can't say that it would never happen. It never has happened. It never has happened that someone paid thousands of dollars and didn't come. It's just never happened. And I don't want it to happen. And we have a strong intention in place, spiritual work that we do that ensures that it doesn't happen. Yet here and there, if, going forward, I don't know. It could, I'm being very honest with you, it could happen. And if it does, we don't want the person to be out because things were already paid for. Get the travel insurance. Get the travel insurance. They even have a policy that you can buy that covers you for the whole year if you travel a lot. And that's a good one to get rather than paying per trip, right? For travel insurance. Why not pay? I think one sister told me it does depend. Insurance works the same everywhere. The greater the risk, this is my financial planning days. Let me come off the screen share now. The greater the risk that the travel company is taking on, the higher the premium. It's risk reward. That's what it's about. It's risk reward. So for instance, if you are 60 and you want to get travel insurance, it will be more than if you are 30. Why? It's taking more of a risk. Maybe a 60-year-old will have something happen that a 30-year-old wouldn't. That's all the insurance company cares about. How can they get this money from you and never have to give you any money? That's what insurance is all about. How can they get the money from you but never give it back? They never want to pay out claims. Yet, so therefore, they are going to do their actuarial tables in such a manner that they are able to be profitable. That means that they're taking in way more money than they're paying out. And it would make sense. Therefore, uh, travel insurance is helpful. And you check what the premium would be based on the trip that you're going on. Okay. And you give them your information. I do not recognize, I mean, I do not recommend a specific travel insurance company because we're not connected with any and we're not liable. You've got to do your own research. Yet on the website, we do have, please read the website carefully. On the website, we do have that if you use assurance, I have heard that they are very good. I have heard that they pay. No one's ever had any problems with them. People get the year long policy with them. It might be $600 or $700 for one trip. It could be $600 or $700 for the year, depending on where you're going, what's your age, what's your health, all that kind of stuff. If luggage is lost, they pay for it. If, you know, flights get canceled, they pay for it. So I've heard that they're very good. And if you pay $600 or $700 to protect $10,000, that's a good deal. That's a very good deal. People pay insurance for their car because if something happens with their car, they're covered. All insurance is transferring the risk. You're transferring the risk to someone else. So you are transferring the risk that something may occur that you will not be able to go on a retreat after you paid $10,000. Then, if you want to, it would be a good idea to transfer that risk to someone else, the insurance company. That way, if you cannot go, they will give you your $10,000 back. Okay. A lot of them have a deductible, and a lot of them you can choose the deductible. And that does have a bearing on the premium as well. Okay. Enough about insurance. Wow, that was a lot. I cannot wait. Remember, we have this show coming up. The show is going to be each month, the first Sunday of each month, and it'll be posted everywhere, and we'll text it out and we'll also send it out. Uh, each month, we're going to be having the Sacred Travel Show. It's a new channel, a new show here on the YouTube channel. It's going to be the first Sunday of each month, starting next month in November. And also coming up soon, we're going to be having a weekly Money Monday coming up on the channel coming up soon too. So you'll stay tuned for that. Good stuff happening. Good stuff happening. When you submit your deposit, we are doing a special of $1,000 off for the first 5 people who submit their deposit. Now, how does it work? I'm going to tell you right now how it works. I was really praying and being with Spirit. It was like, Spirit, what do we offer to people who are quick action takers? Because this is about taking action, not thinking about it. I'm not taking action. You see it, it resonates, you take action. I'm a big action taker. I guess that's why I've been to so many countries and done so many things because I'm just a big action taker. If Spirit shows me it, I do it. So, for action takers, for the first 5 who submit their deposit for $500, and you don't know what the other, but where I'm in the number, you won't know until you do it. I'll tell you in your interview what number you are in the registration for any of these retreats. It's the same process for every single retreat. Keep it very simple. Step 1, do your deposit. Step 2, fill out the travel form. Step 3, book a call. It's that simple. It's very simple. Travel should not be complicated. Anything that is complication is the egoic mind trying to make up shit when you want to get your healing. Don't fall for it. Any questions that you have that are not answered on the website are probably coming from the lower mind and a lack of trust, which is what we have a lot of conversations with our retreat attendees. Well, what's going to happen on the Wednesday of the retreat when I get there at 2:00 in the afternoon? Beloved, who's asking this question? You've got to go inside yourself and ask, Who is asking this question? Is the little afraid me asking this question? Is my inner child asking this question? Where is this question coming from in my consciousness? And many questions come from mistrust because a lot of us have trust issues, me included. So we want to know, well, what's going to happen? And what about this? And what about that? And how much is that going to cost? And how much is that going to cost? I don't know. God's footing the bill. How much is a massage going to cost? I don't know. It could be 20 bucks. It could be $8. It could be $100. I don't know. I don't know what kind of massage you're getting. I don't know what country you're getting it in. And I don't know what kind of massage you're asking for. You could be in Thailand and get an amazing Thai massage for 20 bucks. You could be on Sonora Beach in Bali, like me, under a beautiful palm tree. I was getting a freaking massage for $8. It was 100 rupiah. Rupiah is the Balinese currency. You could look it up. You can look up currencies in all these places. You can look it up. We have a free ebook coming out. The ebook is going to give you a whole lot of travel hacks, tips, ideas, especially for spiritual people. That ebook is coming out soon. So, God takes care of me everywhere I go. No, 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 no in your spirit. God is taking care of me. God got me. Know that. That's how I walk the planet, and that's how I would offer that you walk the planet as well. Let me give you the link. Wow, this was delicious. I gotta give it to all of y'all who hung with us this whole conversation. I am so proud of y'all. I am so proud. Oh, cancel. Hold on. I am so proud of y'all because y'all hung through this whole conversation and there was a ton of information in this feed. So if you missed the beginning, hop on to the beginning. If you're wondering about what we're going to do or what it costs or all of that, it's all in this vid. Submit your deposit. Of course, we have the order that each person does their deposit. Submit your deposit. And if you're among the first 5 people to submit a deposit, $500 for your deposit, $250 if you're going to Miami for the plant medicine. And if you're going to, if you go to Miami for plant medicine, that's $250. Anything else, your deposit is $500. Do your deposit. It's going to immediately give you the link to the travel form. You got to fill out that travel form. And then it's going to immediately tell you to book a call. We want you to book a call right away so that we can get you into your payment plan that works for you, into starting to prepare and having the timeline for your visas, depending on which countries you're going to, looking at your passport. Hey, family, we're doing this far in advance so that you can be in peace doing these things early, peacefully. You don't want to be sliding in the country with no visa or whatever. We're not doing that, right? We do this in a very high vibration fashion. You're ready. You have your visas. You have all of that already. Oh my goodness, I love it. Y'all are going to love Bali. You're going to love Thailand. You're going to love India. You're going to love China and Hong Kong. You're going to love it. I promise you. This is Kaisi, Reverend Valerie Love, ValerieLove.com. Peace. Kaisi out. Love you.